Copyright laws for artists? What do you need to know? Hey everybody, my name is Marcella Dominguez, and in today's video I am covering two very important art topics that you need to know about, and I'm bringing you along on my journey creating my very first art sculpture. I am so excited you're here. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Today's video is going to be a good one, so leave a comment down below as you watch the video so I know you were paying attention, and tell me if you like my sculpture. How to create artwork. Is there a right way? Is there a wrong way? Who helps you along the way? Well, in today's video, I am going to show you what happened to me and what inspired me to start creating more art, because I've always had an itch to create art, and now I'm sharing this journey with you. So in today's video, I am going to cover two misconceptions, and I'm going to talk about the level of expertise required in order to create a successful piece of art, and whether or not you can collaborate with somebody and still call it your own piece of art. So stay tuned, make sure you hit the subscribe button now. So first things first, what level of expertise is required in order for you to create your first piece of artwork or your third or fourth or fifth piece? So when I created my artwork, I didn't have an intention to, go out and sell it. But like I've said in lots of my other videos, nobody starts off as an expert, right? Everybody started somewhere. There is progress to be made. There are lessons to be learned, and you cannot learn any of these lessons, or you cannot have an upward trajectory if you don't ever try. So by getting your feet wet, by making mistakes, or by having, successes by accident, you are going to learn what works and what doesn't work. You are going to learn what is an accurate representation of the type of art you want to create. So asking what level of expertise is required to create art is sort of like asking a business owner, what kind of experience do you have to have in order to start a business? Well, some people start without knowing anything. They don't have anyone in their family who has ever been an artist or a business owner. So they don't really know where to start except to maybe start watching videos, or to start molding that clay, or to start picking up a paintbrush and putting it to canvas. So there is no right or wrong way when you're starting and when you're learning. I think it's all about understanding what type of art speaks to you. Maybe one day you're in a mood to take a really cool photograph, or by accident you picked up your camera and took a picture of something really fascinating. We've all seen videos and images of child prodigies who, pick up a paintbrush and they're able to make a self-portrait that looks more realistic than anything you've ever seen. There are also artists so skilled at picking up a camera and taking something so innocuous or boring and making it come to life through photography. So sometimes it's easy to be intimidated and think this is the wrong arena for me because I've never done it before. Everyone else is more skilled than I am, and you get imposter syndrome. But I think that is absolutely normal. It happens in every single industry, whether you're a lawyer, doctor, dentist, artist, sculptor, painter, singer, performer. So please do not be scared if this is your passion. And this is why I want you to watch this video until the very end, because I have a very great example. What you wanted it to look like, I thought you had to actually be hands-on and
this was kind
saw, weld, paint. But what is that true? Do you have to?
Yeah, so that's a good question. My name is Ome Lalok. Greetings everybody out there. This is Claudia right here. And we work on pieces together. So, we were talking about our carvings that we work on. And I personally do a lot of the grunt work, right? I do like some of the sawing and the chainsawing and the chiseling with the hammer and stuff that's kind of more labor intensive. And after all that's done, I'm kind of a little bit tired, you know, even mentally, psychologically, from working the piece, that Claudia's got this fresh mind, and she becomes inspired by the shape that it's taken. So she'll come in and she'll start to do the details, do more of the refinement work. And so in that sense, it's collaborative, and I think that a lot of artwork, like you had said, it takes a lot of hands, it takes a lot of minds to come together to make certain things, right? Like it's like that saying that goes, Taj Mahal wasn't built in a day, kind of thing, and it takes a lot of people to come together to make a beautiful sacred temple, right? Or like some of our artworks are just that.
So I think that it's really, what you said is really important, because I think that the point is we want to dispel the notion that an art piece has to be created by one person alone from A to Z. So if you're an artist out there, or you're a creator and you're thinking of an idea and you think you have to be the only one, don't pigeonhole yourself, and know that it's okay to collaborate with other people to manifest the finished product. Because to speak to his point, it is a group effort, and it does take a village. So it's okay, and don't become insecure because you got help from other people. It's okay to collaborate.
We collaborate on a lot of different things that we make and do together, and I think sometimes, you know, things will be presented as coming from one or the other, or sometimes together, and it's just natural. And also I think really important to open the creative process and also the physical making process to include.
So in continuing to watch this video, you will see that in my conversation with one of the other artists, they reaffirmed that you have to shed this insecurity because everybody has it. So without having had this conversation, I'm not so sure that I would have felt as confident moving forward, but I'm here to let you know that even other artists that are honest, caring, open, and conversational will share their thoughts, which tend to be similar. So number 2, is it okay to collaborate with other people and still call it your own artwork? So I think the answer to this question depends on how exactly these other people helped you. Did you have the entire creative vision for this artistic project, and then did you subcontract the jobs to help you bring your vision to life? Or was it that each and every person also contributed a creative idea? Because now we're invoking copyright issues, and as we know, as a trademark and copyright lawyer, it was really important for me to understand where other artists are in this. It was really important for me to be clear on where I should be giving credit to people, because I don't want to make any mistakes and give myself 100% credit. And so in my situation, I had control 100% of the creative output. In other words, what it was going to look like, how it should look, how, what colors should go where, and how, the materials we were going to use. But if somebody helped me assemble it, I want to know, should I be giving them credit? So here I am giving credit to the people who helped me assemble it. Thank you, Tim. So I think that subcontracting the help is a little bit different than when you have partners that are helping you create a song, for example. So if 4 people are working on a song, some people include some melodies, other person gives you the harmony, somebody else gives you the lyrics. That's, all a part of the pie. So you want to make sure that you're giving those people copyright credit because they contributed to the copyrighted work, which is a little bit different than just subcontracting out how to put the artwork together. And I hope that makes sense, because that is really important to copyright issues in different types of artwork moving forward. So like I said, I had some really important conversations, and I apologize in advance for the audio quality. There was some background noise, but please listen as closely as you can because the take-home points were very, very important.
Jackie. So Jackie and I were having a conversation earlier, and she mentioned to me that, or she was asking me whether or not I do this regularly and create pieces regularly, and I said no, not really. And she said, well, that's nice that you participated in this event not knowing if there was a reward involved, and that you just did it because you love art. And so I kind of want her to expand on that point. So here she is.
So I find out that you're an attorney, and that really intrigued me as to why and how you even knew about this. How did you even get involved in this? And what drew you to create a piece? And typically when people do something, it's for an end game, right? Like a reward or a big check. So I was really interested in the fact that you came to it in a really pure, innocent way.
So I think that this is a lesson for anybody who's thinking of creating something. Just put yourself out there. If you already have a day job, great. You don't have to quit your day job. It could be your hobby until it becomes your career, but at least put yourself out there because you have people like her who help you shed your insecurity and allow you to find out that your art is welcomed by a larger community, and you never would have known if you never tried. So the point, I think, is to try and just do what feels natural. I didn't do this because I thought I was gonna sell it, or because I just did it because I had this idea and I wanted to see it come to life, and I love art, so I have her to thank for kind of helping me shed that insecurity.
Well, thank you for sharing your talent with us. Thank you.
And if you're an artist and you're somebody who's learning how to become an artist or how to put artwork together, these are golden nuggets that you can take with you for the rest of your artistic journey. To learn more about copyright law, don't forget to catch this video right here because it is a great follow-up to this video so you can learn more about the intricacies of copyright law and how it applies to your own artwork.